Welcome back to the channel. I'm Miguel Malenciano and this is Evolution Angler Bassin. I'm pretty excited today. I'm a pretty hype boy and you can see why. We have another supply drop from Tackle Warehouse. We're gonna open up these packages today. Yeah, there's gonna be baits. Yeah, there's gonna be some other stuff. But we got a little bit of a big announcement coming for the channel today. And part of that announcement lies in one of those boxes. But besides that, how's that bite? Hope everything is going well for all of you out there. If you've been watching videos on the channel and you like and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that. Be sure to like as well. But anyway, let's get into the deal today. Something tells me it's gonna be a little finesse, which by my standards, it's an all day go ahead. So let's jump into these packages and see what we got. All right. Feel it. It's gonna be a good episode. Feel it. All right, cool. So let's jump into that first box. So this box is going to be mostly baits, and today, you know, we're just going to keep it real finessey, like I said. And what a better way to start out with finesse than with the original maker of soft plastic worms, Cream. And we're going with the 6-inch Scoundrel. So again, here you're going to have your finessey straight tail worm. Straight up, I'm going to use this for drop shotting. It's got this nice natural tone. The color is actually called Chameleon Blue. You see it there? Hold on, focus. Go. Doesn't have much blue on it, as you can see. Mostly like a motor oil tone. Does have a little hint, vibration of like fuchsia, maybe like a pink tone right at the tail there. Super finessey. Haven't fished many creams. I have fished my fair amount. Just adding some to the repertoire. 6-inch Cream Scoundrel. Here we have another pack of Cream lures, and this is going to be the Flip Flop by Cream. So you may have heard me say before in one of my prior videos that I wasn't going to do much Nico rigging, Neko, but upon further review, I think I'm going to jump into it a little bit more, especially in the spring. So when I got this finesse worm here, again called the Flip Flop, it was with Nico rigging in mind. The way to fish this worm is to insert a nail weight right here in the head and obviously rig it Nico fashion. And what it's going to do, it's going to stand up off the bottom like that while these two legs are kicking and flipping back and forth. And I also find it pretty cool that the legs actually seem pretty webbed, like a frog's. Very reminiscent of frog legs. It's hard to beat a worm, a finesse worm at that, in June bug. So there you go, there you have it. The Cream Flip Flop. All right, moving on down the line. Here we have Man's 6-inch jelly worm in the grape color. Wow, so this is actually the first time I opened this pack. So amazingly, right off the bat, these actually are scented like grape. And I know it says it right on the package here, but I wasn't expecting all that. Again, these are a staple among worm fishermen. You've seen me get a couple different sizes now, including the 12-inch. I believe I got that one in the pumpkin chartreuse pattern. This is more of a numbers worm. Fishing more for just getting a bag going. Yeah, just wanted to experiment with Man's. So the Man's grape jelly worm. Again, great scent. Here we have another Man's package, and this is going to be a similar worm, not quite exactly the same. So this is going to be your ribbon tail style worm. And this one is called the Man's 6-inch auger tail worm. It is in the pumpkin and chartreuse pattern. And what separates this worm from other ribbon tail worms is going to be that actual drilling motion that you see there on the tail. As this rides horizontally in the water column or pendulums up and down, it's going to give the bait a great amount of action. And a color that I trust in a brand I'm looking to gain confidence in. It's not a bad deal. This worm just right in my hand seems to have great action. Can't wait to fish this Man's 6-inch auger tail worm. Next, we have Big Bite Baits 4-inch craw in the black and blue pattern. And I believe I actually got this bad boy here on sale. I know it's a craw, but it's going to be elongated here at the end. And it does have that rib butt here. Again, pretty elongated. So how I plan to fish this is Nico rig style. Add a little variation to my Nico rig game. Not that I have one going yet, but you know, just a different style profile. I wanted to go ahead and Nico rig a nest raider. What a weird way to do it than black and blue craw. And next we have Jewel Goby Series Sculpin Hyperbait. Take this out. And here, as you can see, we have this in a greenish pattern with your Kobe Bryant colors, purple and gold. The actual color's called watermelon gold purple. So this style of bait is starting to become increasingly popular as the goby fish, it's making its way out of the Great Lakes, and also the versatility of this specific lure, which could be fished as a shaky head, Nico style drop shot on a jig head. Pretty wide range of ways of fishing this. I wanted to go ahead and grab this, it just adds a little bit more variety again with my Nico rigging, but I do suspect that I'm going to fish this a couple different ways. Great action. It's got the little curly tail on it. The fins on this look pretty amazing. Yeah, magnitude of ways to fish this. Jewel Goby Series Sculpin Hyperbait. Well, that looks like that is it for the lures. We do have a little bit of terminal tackle to go. So right off the bat, the VMC Nico skirt. So here you're going to have your 1/32 ounce girded Nico rig nail weights. This is definitely adding a little spice and a little variety to your Nico rig. So yeah, I went ahead and got it. Black and blue. Should be interesting. The assortment of body style lures you could throw on this. And you know what? Let's rig one up. So again, we have the Big Bite Baits craw with the VMC skirted nail weight. What you're going to do is just take it and insert cleanly straight down in through the bottom. And now your craw, your Nico rigging, your craw worm. I call it a craw worm because it's obviously a little bit longer than your actual craw creature, beaver style bait, obviously elongated. It's going to now add a little bit more kick, a little bit more flair to the entire presentation, which is already deadly. This hopped along the bottom in the pre-spawn, or this hopped along the bottom in the spawn. It's going to be a nice deal, nice little presentation to add to the arsenal. Okay, moving on with the terminal tackle. Here we have Jethro Baits glass fishing worm rattles, and these are 12 count in the 4mm size, which is going to be, I want to say the small. It could be a 3, but I believe this is the small size. Pretty self-explanatory. You're going to take one of these and stuff them in a finesse worm or a Cinco or whatnot, and it's just going to add a little bit more zing, bang, rattle to the entire presentation that you're already finessing your way on the edges of pads or along the bottom. Again, you can put this in a craw. It doesn't really matter. Just check out the sound on this. And you're not regulated to put in 1. You can put 2, you can stuff 3, it's all on you. But yeah, these are a great insert for soft plastics, especially in the summertime when the going gets tough in terms of grabbing a bite. Let's say after that morning feed and before that afternoon feed, evening feed. This will help you out. This will go a long way, especially in a tournament situation. Remember, it's the little nuances and the little details that count in a game where the rules are changing not only hour to hour, but really minute to minute. Jethro Baits glass worm rattles. Pretty similar item here, except here we're gonna have the Venom Lures tube rattles. Same idea, same concept. Take one out for you so you can see the size. And here, an individual rattle. There you go. It's pretty small. There's the size of it in my, this could fit stuff down the head of a tube, or even in these craws will come with like a little hollow concave. You get stuff in there in terms of a craw. And yeah, that's the sound on Venom Lures tube rattles. And last but not least, in this box, the VMC weedless Nico hooks. Pretty self-explanatory here. I got these in a size 2. If you want to check out the guard on it. So these are going to be, again, size 2, your long shank EWG style hook, which I thought this is pretty interesting. A fluorocarbon weed guard. They are trying to keep stealthiness and the finesse aspect of Nico rigging intact with the fluorocarbon. I like that touch there. Good. All right, down one box. Moving on to the next box. Here we're going to have your Fisherman's Pliers and Superline Scissors by Rapala. It was time to upgrade in terms of pliers. My pliers had busted out already. These are pretty long shank. And then the fact that they also came with scissors as well, braided scissors, or scissors in terms of maybe cutting the gills on a fish that you're going to end up keeping and eating, like perch or crappie or whatnot. It was a good, nice little combo. I believe this was close to 15 or 16, about 15 bucks. There are serrated edges on the scissors. The pliers have features as well, like the side cutters here. It does have a split ring crimper. It is a spring loaded set of pliers, and with a not too bad double sheath. This is a great tool for the kayak and no messing around. Go with a good reputable company. Fair price, nice deal, done deal. And yeah, that's what they look like sheathed up. Pretty quick access. A clip on the back, clip it right to your tackle bag or fix it to your kayak or boat or whatever the situation is. You can even clip this right onto yourself. For example, me, my PFD, I already found a good spot for this. Again, your serrated edge scissors, very fine edge, and your pliers. Not a bad deal. All right. Moving on, again, keeping it Rapala, we have a Rapala touchscreen 15-pound tournament scale, which comes with pretty top-notch grippers and an 8-numbered culling system. So let's open this bad boy up and take a look. All right, so as you can see here, got the Rapala scale with small size grippers, but pretty decent feeling grippers. Here you have your culling system, 8 individual fish markers that you keep in place, or rather in place numbered wise with your catches here. And you could keep calling them out if you keep upgrading. Obviously, if I'm practicing around or horsing around or fishing tournament from a boat, which I don't have a kayak, then this would be pretty useful. But in my situation where we fish for length, not weight, I will be using a measuring board, but still just wanted to have good old scale. Unfortunately, I lost my scale last year, so we were using a Plan B scale, which ended up crap on me at the end of the year as well anyway. But now we have a pretty decent scale. You know, this is going to have pretty cool features on it as well. Like you can lock down the weight of a fish if you really wanted to. It is backlit. You can keep your total weight in terms of what you've caught on the day under one number, so you don't have to do quick adding. It is water resistant and it does have backup memory. So even if your battery dies on you, it is going to hold on to that memory, which is pretty cool. So again, the Rapala Tournament 15-pound touchscreen scale. Pretty neat deal. Alright, so we've moved on to the next and last box and the most exciting part of the entire supply drop. Bang, bang. So we are now looking at the birth of the Finesse Factory. I've always been curious about making soft plastic lures after I knew that I love to fish them. And this here represents, even though there are only 2 bait molds, a 6-inch Senko and a 3-inch grub, I am going to be adding to this collection and I'm taking the channel down the Finesse Factory path. That's right. Heard it here first. I'm launching a new series on the channel and it's called the Finesse Factory. Here in this series, you're going to see me evolve from newbie to wherever I end up in terms of making baits. Plus, I intend on doing a couple other things with that specific series, such as live stream bait making, live stream fishing, whole day series where I'll go fishing, come back home, make some lures, make some adjustments, and then head back out, especially during a tournament. You know, really the sky's the limit. I want to do something very different with this. While I'm at it, before I even explain what I have here, a man by the name of Chris Jones. If you don't know who he is already, be sure to go ahead and check his channel out. The man is the OG of soft plastic lure making. It was the first name that popped up when I started researching this, especially on YouTube, and really is like the only staple that I have found anyway in terms of lure making. The man is simply like a prodigy. He'll make amazing lures. So yeah, be sure to go check out Chris Jones' channel, World's Worst Fishing. You know, as to where I'm a novice and the whole point of my experimentation with this is to see where I end up, and I literally want to start from the bottom and work my way up. The man is at the top of his game. There's no comparison with myself or anyone else really. Like, he is in a class all by himself. So again, go check out World's Worst Fishing. All right, so let's get into the actual product. So let's start out with 3-inch grub. This is going to be a do-it mold. I specifically got this mold because I want to start my son out fishing finesse as well. And it'd be cool if his first fish is caught on a lure made by myself. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case, but I'm saying that might be the intention here. So I do like to fish a lot of grubs myself, and it's a lure that's light enough. I feel it's an essential lure to have if you're a pond fisherman, if you fish a lot of vegetation, a lot of structure, a lot of cover in shallow water situations. This is a great lure to expand upon in terms of beginning lure making. It's a great confidence lure for myself. So yeah, a little bit of my methodology as to why this one. Nice machined aluminum. Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting to jump into the world of lure making. The other one that we have here is going to be 6-inch Senko. Same deal, is going to have 4 different cavities, machined aluminum, ton of wacky rig, ton of Texas rig, and we're going to see where we take it with the Nico rig this year. I figured this was a great second option. It's, again, a classic lure I have a ton of confidence in, a ton of experience with. Some of the biggest fish, if not the biggest fish. Actually, yeah, my PB is actually on a 6-inch Senko, so do it 6-inch Senko worm mold. Now, here we have medium injector, and this is going to be how we actually inject the plastisol into the mold. Whoa. So what this does is you'll have a Pyrex cup, and it'll be full of your extremely hot plastisol ready to go. You'll dunk it in that Pyrex cup, match up to 4 ounces, and you're good to go. You're all loaded. Then you go over to your mold, which will be clamped, by the way. Dunk it in there, and away you go. And I'll go into further detail. Again, I do have that new series coming out, the Finesse Factory, where we are actually going to be making a whole lot of finesse and a whole lot of magic happen. Went and got my plastisol. Zero experience with this stuff. I do know that it gets really hot and there are fumes involved, so a little bit of preparation to be done. I do have to get the proper safety equipment, the proper masks. Besides that, let's know that this is a 1 pint bottle, and they do come as big as 1 gallon. I just got a pint to start out with. Not even gonna go ahead and start with this. What I ended up doing, so I have huge collection pile of all the soft plastics I've been using for like the last 2 years, because I knew I was gonna come to this point where I'd be making my own baits, and I wanted to learn from the stuff that I had used already. Literally, again, start from the bottom, work my way up. So, I did get this, and I did get this in combination with 1 or 2 different colors and glitter and whatnot. But I'm really going to start with remelting plastics and seeing what comes from that. But again, the Do It Essential Series, 1 pint size plastisol. Speaking of colors, I ended up picking up a color as well. If you've seen a couple of my videos, you know by now I like motor oil a lot, and I am dealing with finesse worms here. So the first color I got is motor oil. This is 1 fluid ounce. I'm not sure yet if this is a small bottle or a large bottle. Again, on World's Worst Fishing, I have seen these huge bottles that he has, but to start out with, this is fine. I won't be doing too much experimenting at first, just my natural confidence colors. I went ahead and added glitter to the deal. This as a 1 ounce size bottle of glitter from Do It in the 015 size variety. So I believe that is quite small. I feel that, once I'm up to doing a little more than remelting plastics, these two will go great in combination with each other. The motor oil color and the copper tone glitter are going to give that golden shiner, kind of red worm, kind of hitting the sun effect. That overall general look that I go for, I was able to find it, and in small starter sizes. So yeah, then I have a mystery item here. It's not so mystery, it's the glitter as well. I don't know why this came packaged like this, but either way. So we have black glitter, same deal as this, size 015 or 0.015, which is small profile size glitter. Black to give it a little contrast. Black is essential in terms of glitter from the little bit of homework I've done. This is as to what green pumpkin is to colors, black is to glitter. So didn't stray too far from advice. And that's actually going to do it. That's it. We're done. Finite. All right. So that's right, YouTube. You heard it right here first. Unveiling of a new series called the Finesse Factory. And it was all birthed right here today. You saw it on What's in the Box. An entire Finesse Factory was in the box today. In terms of this new series going forward, again, we're going to be doing lure making. I have something in the works. I'll probably title it Finesse Factory Fridays, where I do want to do a combination of fishing, lure making / adjustments to the game, and back out there on the water again. So essentially 2-a-days in lure making in between. How I can combine that with live streaming, let me sit down and think about it. But I do want to do a couple interesting things with this new series. I told you I was going to branch off and deviate a little bit. So here we go. The Finesse Factory. In terms of today's episode, great stuff at Tackle Warehouse. I'll definitely leave a link in the description where you could find everything that I had in the video today. Apart from that, you know, let me know what you think. This was a pretty interesting episode in my opinion. I can't wait to delve into lure making. As you can see, finesse fishing is a real passion of mine. I can't wait to apply this practice in a tournament situation where I'll go out and fish. Online tournaments, by the way, not in-person tournaments. Some in-person tournaments coming up soon, but I primarily do the whole KBF challenge online deal. Be pretty neat to go out in the morning, you know, and make some adjustments, hit the molds, make something up on the spot and go fish it. And apart from that, I'm very curious to see where I end up in terms of soft plastic lure making. As always, YouTube, you know, it's a pleasure. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscription button. Be sure to hit the notifications bell too. I call it the biggin bell, but hit that notifications bell. That way, whenever I do drop another video, you'll be notified right away. You'll be watching it within seconds. Till the next time, I'm Miguel Malenciano. This is Evolution Angler Bassin, and that's it.